In 2007, John Smit led South Africa to World Cup glory, joining an elite group of captains who know what it means to reach the pinnacle of their sport. Against New Zealand at the weekend, Smit reached another milestone when he became the most capped international skipper by leading the Springboks for the 60th time in his 86th Test, surpassing the previous record held by George Gregan and Will Carling.
It's amazing to captain just once, and to have done it a record number of times is amazing. I, funnily enough, read an article today about Sampres saying that he thought his record was safe at 14 Grand Slams, and that's the wonderful thing is I'm taking someone else's record away, and I'm sure there's going to be someone that'll take it away from me. But tomorrow, I really think it's a nice thing. I think for an individual, but you know, I'd much rather celebrate the win than the 60th Test captain cap.
Smit's achievements as captain are impressive. In addition to that World Cup, there's the 2004 Tri-Nations, and in June he led South Africa to a series victory over the British and Irish Lions. His success can partly be attributed to his immense popularity within the South African squad.
It's really just about putting relationships above your own interests, I think, and it comes down, I suppose, to the exact same code of conduct that you read as a Springbok the night you become a Springbok. And I think it's important that anyone who maintains a longevity in an environment like this probably is key, because he remembers those words about putting the team ahead of himself on all occasions, and I think we've got a group of guys who do that.
And having complete trust in his colleagues is central to Smit's philosophy as captain.
The biggest thing for me, and I've been lucky to have those kinds of people around me in the teams that I've played for, is not to run a ship that's only governed by one captain, but to try and empower as many of the people around as possible, so that the ship at any time can just keep on going. And you know, I think we've got a wonderful situation now where we've probably got 5-6 guys who lead this team, and it's not just me, and that's probably the thing I'm proudest of.
During his 6-year tenure as captain, Smit has shown exceptional leadership qualities. Coping with the political intricacies of South African rugby has been just one of his strengths.
We're in a country where we're fortunate enough to understand diversity and the dynamic of what makes up a country as colourful as ours. So the lessons that I've learned for me have been a part of the journey, and you know, I think also what I would like to leave behind one day is that I didn't help someone decide whether or not we should kick to the corner or kick for the poles, but hopefully help them in deciding, you know, what to do outside of rugby as well, in the manner in which I led the team inside of rugby.
I don't think we'll fully understand what John Smit means to this team and to this country once he carries on playing. It will only be when he hangs up his boots that we fully understand, you know, how much he's contributed to the success and, you know, to the improvement and development of the game, you know, both locally and internationally. And, you know, probably one of the most astute and intellectual captains the world of rugby has ever seen. And I'm very privileged and, you know, honoured to have played a fair number of my games under someone as brilliant and someone as humble as John Smit is.
The challenge for Smit and the Springboks in Durban on Saturday was to record their second successive victory over the All Blacks.
That's a poor clearance by the All Blacks. Dupree just runs it back at them. John Smit, support from Brusso, tackled by Hoare. Smit, good work by him. Now Morne Steyn, astute kick. Jacques Fourie on the wing, just couldn't get underneath it. New Zealand survived somehow. Rarely seen an All Black side so out of sorts. Can they work something here? This is Nonu. Nonu with their best break yet for Muliaina. Now Rokathoko. Muliaina again. South Africa in defence. Back is Botha, ploughs in.
Ball away, Green, wrong side. Advantage penalty.
And Botha penalised. New Zealand carry on through Nonu. Nonu trying to find some space. Rokathoko. Now Cowan. And Kaino. And Ross. And Ross for the line. Puts New Zealand ahead for the first time.
Wait. Okay.
Another up and under for Donald to deal with. And he can't. Peterson hacks it on. And he's quick. Rokathoko comes back. Rokathoko had the option to kick. maybe should have kicked. New Zealand in trouble again. 4 minutes to the break. New Zealand put it. South Africa steal it. Dupree for Steyn. Gilt-edged invitation for Steyn. South Africa back ahead, and the All Black defence just stood and watched. South Africa won't be happy with only a 9-point lead. That's a great effort by their pack. And New Zealand penalised for dragging it around, and the captain gets the congratulations. Needs this to break Andrew Merton's 10-year-old Tri-Nations record, and he's got it. 31 points for Steyn.
With victory secured, Smit was given a standing ovation by his home crowd as he left the pitch just before full time.
The guy to get 50 caps is more a celebration of what the team's been able to achieve to allow him to play 50 times or captain 60 times. So, you know, these milestones, if you turn them into team achievements and not individual things, it seems to work on the field.